What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm in Beverly Hills visiting the former house of Lucille Ball. I'm also going to be visiting the former grave of Lucy, which is at Forest Lawn, Hollywood Hills, so stay tuned for that. Born Lucille Désirée Ball on August 6, 1911 in Jamestown, New York. She's one of Hollywood's greatest icons and probably the most iconic female entertainer of all time. She was a star and producer of the sitcoms I Love Lucy, The Lucy Show, and Here's Lucy. It all started in 1925 when Lucy was only 14 years old. She started dating a guy named Johnny, who was 21 years old at the time, and he was known as a local hoodlum. After about a year in their relationship, her mother, being unhappy, she tried to separate them by exploiting Lucy's desire to be in show business. And in 1926, she enrolled Lucy in the John Murray Anderson School for the Dramatic Arts in New York City. And that's where Betty Davis was also a fellow student. Lucy had said later in her life that all she learned from drama school was how to be frightened. Lucy's instructors pretty much didn't have any faith in her, and they didn't believe she would be successful in the entertainment business. In 1928, Lucy started working for Hattie Carnegie as an in-house model. After a time with Hattie, she began her performing career on Broadway using the stage name Diane Belmont. And it is around that time where Lucy permanently moved to Hollywood to star in movies, which she did. Later she appeared in a lot of minor roles, pretty much in the 1930s and 40s. And also in 1940, Lucy had a lead role in the musical Too Many Girls, and that's where she fell in love with Desi Arnaz, her future husband, who she owned this house with. Yeah, by the late 1940s, she appeared in over 60 films. The house has been remodeled and it looks quite different. Here's a picture of Lucy standing in front of the house. Yeah, it looks really different. Where is Lucille Ball's grave today? Well, it was actually originally here in LA at Forest Lawn, Hollywood Hills. But in 2002, her family decided to move her to Lakeview Cemetery in Jamestown, New York. And that's where she remains today with the rest of her family. And but it's cool that her spot is still empty. So now we're gonna take a look at Lucy's former gravesite. Alright everyone, I'm now here at Forest Lawn, Hollywood Hills. I'm gonna head inside and look for where Lucy was originally interred, but like I said, was moved in 2002 by her children to be closer to family. So while I was looking for Lucy's former spot where she was interred, I came across Betty Davis, which is pretty funny because, like I said earlier, Betty Davis and Lucy were in the same drama school. And for a little while, they were here pretty close to each other after they had passed. She did it the hard way. Yeah, but here's Betty Davis, not so far from where Lucy used to be. I'm here pretty early today, so it's pretty quiet, more than usual. Not really anybody here. So, Lucy used to be right here, the columbarium of Radiant Dawn. And there it is. Lucy, her former spot. And her mother actually used to be right here, right next to her. And they're both moved to be with the rest of the family, Jamestown, New York. I wonder how long it's been vacant for. I wonder if they still own it. I wonder all those things. I mean, it's pretty cool that it's still empty after so many years. After Lucy's time in film, in 1951, she got into television. Her and Desi created the sitcom I Love Lucy. And that became one of the most beloved programs in TV history. Desi and Lucy had 2 children together, and their marriage came to an end in May 1960. She remarried comedian Gary Morton in 1961. Yeah, Lucy, she became first of a lot of things, you know. She was the first woman to run a major TV studio, Desi Lou Productions. Her and Desi actually formed that company together, and after their divorce, she bought out his share and she became really active in the studio. And that studio, yeah, it sold for $17 million, which is pretty much equivalent to $130 million today. The studio merged into Paramount Pictures, which was next door. She appeared in TV roles for the rest of her career. Yeah, it was April 18th, 1989. Lucy complained of chest pains at her home in Beverly Hills, which I was just at. She was taken to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. They diagnosed her with dissecting aortic aneurysm, I believe that's how you say it. She underwent surgery. It took 7 hours, but it was successful. Then, on April 26th, she woke up with severe back pain. She lost consciousness, and at about 5:47, she died at the age of 77. Yeah, she's not here anymore. She's over there in New York. So that's gonna be it for me right here at Forest Lawn, in front of Lucy's former grave location right there next to her mother. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.